Hello, friends. Pete Little here with good news from St. George's Owen Sound for Monday, April the 15th, 2024. Um, Today's assigned reading is the first 17 verses of Matthew's Gospel, which is quite long, and then the first 6 verses of Matthew chapter 3. So I think I better get into it. This is the Gospel according to Matthew and altered by Pete Little. um, okay, let's just get going here. This is the Gospel according to Matthew. The genealogy of Jesus. A record of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. And it goes on, and I urge you to read. It's quite long, but read it, and it will carry weight with you. I'm just going to read the last couple of verses here. Here we are, verses 15. Eliud, the father of Eleazar, Eleazar, the father of Mathan, Mathan, the father of Jacob, and Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. Thus, there were 14 generations in all from Abraham to David, 14 from David to the exile to Babylon, and 14 from the exile to the Christ. And I found this puzzling, and I had to go digging, and I've dug some stuff out. The whoops, my phone. There we are. I'm an admirer of Tom Lehrer, who for other reasons, but he made a statement that plagiarism is the most sincere form of flattery. And so I've gone to the Bible Project team, Jesus and Genealogy, and it's called This is the End. I would urge you to also to go and have a look if you can on thebibleproject.com and Jesus and Genealogy. And it reads as follows. This is the very end of that. I won't read that all to you. But we still aren't at the bottom of the rabbit hole. Matthew's packed even more into this genealogy. Look at the unique appearance of 4 women in the genealogy of Matthew: Tamar, Rahab, Ruth, and Bathsheba. All 4 are either non-Israelites or connected to non-Israelite families. Not only is it unconventional for Matthew to list these female names in an all-male genealogy, but these particular women are all associated with potential sex scandals. Matthew could have highlighted Jesus' connection to Sarah, Rebecca, and Rachel, the matriarchs of Israel, but instead he mentions Canaanites, prostitutes, and Moabite women, who would be associated with Israel's sin and covenant failure. Matthew wants his readers to see that God has been using all types of people to move his plan forward. This portrait of an inclusive and expanding God and kingdom will continue to appear beyond Matthew's genealogy into the rest of his gospel. He will continue to include the rejects and outsiders into his family. See the list in Matthew 4:18 to 25. And this non-Israelite strand in Jesus' family history will expand even wider in his final commission to his followers to go and make disciples of all the nations. That's Matthew 28, verse 19. So we read the genealogy of Matthew and see the royal lineage of Jesus. He's one who will bring the blessing of Abraham to the whole world. He is the royal son of David that all Israel has been waiting for. He's the one that the prophets wrote about and the psalmists sang about. He will be the king of Israel who blesses all the nations of the world, especially the outsiders. We know all of this because Matthew tells us in a genealogy that carefully reveal the hope that has arrived in Jesus. All of this, and we're only 17 verses into the first book of Matthew, which is it's terrific. Makes me think, and I was pleased to find this Bible Project thing. It made so much more sense to me than just another bunch of begats. Now, we go on to Matthew 3, verses 1 to 6. And this really echoes the reading I was responsible for just a couple of months ago, within the last couple of months, echoing Mark's first gospel. And I'll just read that to you. This is the gospel according to Matthew, chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. John the Baptist prepares the way. In those days, John the Baptist came preaching in the desert of Judea, and saying, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near." This is he who was spoken of through the prophet Isaiah. A voice of one calling in the desert, "Prepare the way for the Lord, make straight paths for him." John's clothes were made of camel's hair, and he had a leather belt around his waist. His food was locusts and wild honey. People went out to him from Jerusalem and all Judea, and the whole region of the Jordan. Confessing their sins, they were baptized by him in the Jordan River. This is the gospel according to Matthew. And again, the question in my mind is, why am I assigned essentially the same reading by a different gospeler, but and I don't have a good answer for that. Why? What am I missing? So I thought again about Hugh Bancroft, who tried to teach me piano in Winnipeg, who wrote that marvelous hymn 106, "There's a voice in the wilderness crying." There's a voice in the wilderness crying, do, prepare in the desert a highway for our God. The valleys shall be exalted, the lofty hills brought low. Make safe all the hidden places where the Lord our God can go. Anyway, and I've mucked that one up, but if any of you have any insight why my higher power, my God, my Jesus, has given this to me again, my sense is that I didn't do it justice the first time, and I guess I haven't really done it justice again. But if you can give me a clue, that would be very helpful. As I say, I find these readings interesting, intriguing, educating, and I am learning so much, or not, well, yes, I am learning. Anyway, I do have a meditation for us for the day, and I also have a little prayer. The meditation for the day is, I must keep calm and unmoved in the vicissitudes of life. Holy mackerel. I got a new set of lips this morning, and these ones aren't working well. Let's try that again. I must keep calm and unmoved in the vicissitudes of life. I must go back into the silence of communion with God to recover this calm when it is lost even for a moment. I will accomplish more by this calmness than by all the activities of a long day. At all cost, I will keep calm. I can solve nothing when I'm agitated. I should keep away from things that are upsetting emotionally. I should run on an even keel and not get tipped over by emotional upsets. I should seek for the things that are calm and good and true and stick to those things. And the prayer for the day, I pray that I may not argue nor contend, but merely state calmly what I believe to be true. I pray that I may keep myself in that state of calmness that comes from faith in God's purpose for the world. Noni and I do hope this finds you well. We are doing well. We're glad to be back in Owen Sound. Until next time, God bless you. Thank you.